Hello everyone, it's Ebberheart back with another video. In this video I'll be talking about some good weapons and mods you could use in Mass Effect 1 to make the game a little bit easier for yourself. For me personally, my favorite AR is the Thunder. Whatever version you get is actually pretty decent. For shotguns, I went with the Katana. For the pistols, Raikou. And the sniper rifle, I went with the Striker. Alright, so I went with a Thunder mainly because of its one-shot, basically ability on low health enemies. It's a single fire gun, so semi-auto gun, and with the mods I have it shoots really slow, but its damage output is very high, so you're able to 1-tap, 2-tap, or 4-tap most enemies, and they're pretty much done for. I picked the Katana because of its high damage per second. It could hold his heat sink is very low, and if you get the mechs like good mods to mix with it, you basically could increase your damage by a lot and one tap a lot of enemies if you just get within that certain range. For the pistols, I went with the Raikou because it's a 3-shot pistol, and basically it's kind of used to get rid of those lower level enemies for you. If you have anything bugging you, you whip out the pistol, hit a couple of nice 3-tap shots, and a lot of enemies that go down from it. And it has a low heat sink, so you can kind of keep on firing it over and over again. And with my sniper rifle, I went with the Striker because of its basically one-shot to the head ability, kind of just like my AR, but it does a little bit more damage. And with the right mods, you can use it to kind of stay away from enemies and hit those really hard shots on some of those tougher enemies and still take them down pretty easily. So we're gonna start off this by showing you guys the AR in action for a little bit, and I'll be going through each gun, showing you guys a little action right now, and let me know what you think, and I'm gonna come back and talk about the mods. See the 2-tap right there. Alright, so now we are going to see the Katana in action. There goes the Katana in action. Katana in action right now. It's an amazing shotgun, do a lot of damage. Right mods on it. And this time we're gonna see the Raikou in action. Oh, teammates kind of helped me out right there. Oh, they kind of helped me right there. Put them right there. And let's go forward and get some action with the Raikou. I'm gonna have you guys see the striker in action now. This is the striker in action. Like I said, I like the one-tap enemies when I fight, so now that you guys have seen some of the guns in action, I'm going to show you guys the mods that I've used to make the guns the way they are. Basically, you want to go to your equipment, and I put on these mods for me in particular. You can kind of mix and match your own to make like the perfect class for yourself, but for my Thunder, I put on Snow Blind Rounds, basically to increase the damage, but at risk of lowering the fire rate. It's already a semi-automatic rifle, so it doesn't really affect it too much. But because of that, I put on 2 damage and stability, the kinetic coils mods, making it very stable. And as you guys saw before, it's slow, but two taps and person's dead. For the katana, I went with basically trying to get max damage output from up close. So I put on the mod High Explosive Rounds, which gives you a massive radius of damage. Heat generation is really high, the force of the weapon is really high, and the damage is not as high, but it makes sense later on. With the mods, I put on frictionless materials, and it is for basically lowering my heat dampening, or adding my heat dampening, so I don't overheat the gun as fast, and it's a little bit more damage. And I did recoil dampener because the stability actually gets kind of crazy up close, so I'll put it on there to kind of make that a little bit better. And I'm able to get up to an enemy and probably 1 to 2 tap them sometimes, depending on their health. As you guys saw, I took down the big giant walker pretty easily by itself. On the Raikou, I wouldn't say it's like the best pistol, but I like the three tap of it. Basically, if you put on cryo rounds, which basically increases its shield bypass, it's kind of what I use it for, right? You can use the pistol to kind of lower down an enemy shield. There's also some other ammo upgrades that do that as well. And then you could put on more damaging things like, you know, the scram rail, like I put on here. And of course, because since it's a 3-tap gun, a burst weapon, I put on stability, just make it a little bit easier to control myself. And for my sniper rifle, I put on the radioactive rounds. Basically, it really just reduces your cooldown for your weapon. So in a sniper rifle, it usually has a high heat point. So I put it on to lower it to make me able to basically take more shots. And then I put on high caliber rounds, just kind of give them that knockback and extra damage. And I put on, of course, the combat optics, because you kind of get to use your radar to see who's around you, so you can do those flicks and snipe people like I was doing earlier. And those are my favorite weapons in Mass Effect 1, the Mass Effect Legendary Edition playthrough right now. You let me know down in the comments what you guys like using, or what's the good weapons or mods or armor that you guys like using, and just leave it all there in the comment down below, and I'll make sure to probably check it out. Maybe make a quick video about that stuff. But thank you guys so much. Peace.